Well, hello everyone. My name is André, and I'm with Nimblr. We are a Swedish-based cybersecurity company that's specialized in security awareness. And we work with training and educating end users in just IT information security. And we do this with microcourses and simulated attacks. And we're from Malmö, the very south of Sweden. And so is actually the name, Nimblr. It's not a play, a random play with letters. It actually comes from an old Swedish expression called nimt, N-I-M-T. And when something is nimt, it's very smooth, simplified, and efficient. And that's what we aim to be. Not this complicated cybersecurity software, but something that just works quietly in the background until the day it really matters. Because in the end, it's not just a security problem, it's a human problem. So we started off, actually we come from an IT company called WeCloud back in the days. We're a typical IT provider. We supported, drifted many customers, helping there with the office licenses, network, spam filters, firewalls, etc. And this is actually where we saw the problematic, where we saw that you can connect the most of the attacks today with a human problem, a human connection. So we looked out the market, and this was back in 2018, and we saw very squirrel companies, usually e-learning platform, where you get to do courses from A to B. Everybody gets the same type of content, same time, almost as you provoking that everybody is on the same pre-knowledge. And that's not how it looks like today. Every end user have different kind of knowledge in IT information security. So we said to ourselves, we could do this better. So 2019, we started to code up the first service of this solution. And we went to market 2021. And there, it went fast. We went from 2 employees to 35 in just 2.5 years. Now, in our 4th year, we are 65 employees and counting, and we just opened up our 5th office in Oslo, in Norway. Now, most of you, if not everybody in here, has already seen the numbers and the statistics on the screen. So let me ask you something instead. If I would send you an email that looks like it comes from your boss asking about a document that you just worked on, how many of you would click without thinking twice? Truth is, most people do. Microsoft received over 2.6 billion simulated, or not simulated, real attacks last year. They blocked most of them, but not all. And this is the hard truth and the scary truth. It only takes 1 click. And here in the Baltics, the numbers are just as real. What I'm about to show you is the 2 most clicked attacks that we've been sending out to companies in the Baltic region. So let's start off with Lithuania. We see 25.5% click rate on the fake HR scam. We also see almost 28% click rate on the calendar reminder. See if you, by the end of all these simulated attacks, can see the connection for these attacks. Latvia, 20% on when the CTO of the company is sending out that we have a few iPhone 13 that we're now not using, and they're selling it for 60 euros ahead. Who wouldn't want an iPhone for 60 euros? And same, 31.25% click rate on the calendar reminder. Estonia, we have 30% on the one to the left. And we have 36% on the signing document to the right here. You see the common thing here about the click rate? That's 1 in 3 employees. Imagine that in your organization. This is why we're here. Now, the trends that we see today, the attackers aren't stopping. They are evolving the other way. We see AI-generated phishing emails that looks perfect. Flawless spelling. You don't need to be speaking fluid Swedish to be target our market. You need an AI and to prompt that AI very well, and then you find it. We see deepfake, a lot of deepfakes actually. Deepfakes on videos. Attackers are posing as a colleague or CEO, except it's not them. We see the same thing about voice scams. Your CFO calls you up, except it's not them. We see supply chain phishing, weaponized calendar invites, SaaS logins, HR portals. We see QR code phishing. These are called quishing. These fake QR codes on invoices, there are posters, and even on restaurant menus, handing in, that's leading to that private people are handing out the credentials. And last but not least, in recent years, we've seen AI that scans your social media. Very quickly, raise a hand if you got a Facebook account. Yeah, that's almost half of you, not more. So imagine the scammers today, they are scanning your Facebook profile. Maybe they see that you are a member of your local fishing club, and they will send you a coupon that you got 20% on your next fishing rod. Or they see that you were in a wedding this summer, and they send you an email, "Hi, did you see when Sarah fall in the pool at the wedding this summer? Who wouldn't want to see Sarah falling in the pool?" And then a link to the video. This is what we see. So technology is very important, but it's not enough. And spam filter won't stop your employees from not clicking on fake QR codes or HR scams. And antivirus, same day. Now, here's the real problem when it comes to security awareness. When I speak to IT leaders today, and whether they're running their training in-house or using another vendor, they always say the same thing to me. "André, we struggle to get people to care, to even complete the courses." And that's where the battle is. Not in firewalls, but in humans. How do we make people to care enough to actually change how they act? This is psychology, it's pedagogy, this is behavior science. And Nimblr, we cracked the code. So what we do is that we use the micro-learning system, that we have short lectures, courses, that only takes 3 to 6 minutes to complete. That's it. And you get one course each month. Remember, we are training people that doesn't work in IT information security. They maybe think that this is the most boring thing ever. They don't understand it, right? So you have to make it fun, interactive, and have to take step by step. It's the long run we're looking for. There's no get up to speed when it comes to education. Have to take it step by step. And this is what we're looking at, the behave and the change, and have to be top of mind. We have IT people that work in 20 years in IT. They're still clicking on our simulated attacks. Not because they're dumber than anybody else, because they didn't have it top of mind. They weren't reminded. And that's what security awareness is all about. Having it top of mind and continuously training. And this is the shift. This is the shift that we are now in 2025 or going into, that everybody have to, we are in 2025, you have to know how to handle your computer, your system, your logins or credentials. So the solution, what the end users get from us, they get one course each month that we train them in different areas. What is a ransomware, social engineering, how do you have a safe password, and so on, different topics. And then we combine these courses with simulated attacks. And this is where it gets pretty interesting with Nimblr service. What we have done is that we have connected each simulated attack to a specific course, which means that if an end user clicks on attacks, they get to educate in that area that they just clicked in. So this is where we're making it adaptable for how the end user is interacting with the system. If you're a good employee, or well, a good employee, if an employee with pre-knowledge, you have a lot of pre-knowledge in this area, maybe you won't click on those attacks. You will give one course each month, 3 to 6 minutes, that's it. But we will try your knowledge with these attacks. And in the beginning, you get a few easier simulated attacks, and then it gets harder, harder, and harder. The language is very important. When it comes to education, we have to have it in your mother tongue, of course, none other. And right now, we have it in 35 languages. And it's expanding, it's a new market, of course. So another thing that we do is that we have a full intelligence team that's doing worldwide scans each day in your market because this is a market that's consistently changing. We have to be up to date, of course, but also inform you guys about the ongoing threats going on right now in your business or in your area. That's what we do. We call these zero-day classes. There are even shorter courses, almost 2 minutes, just to inform you this is going on right now. Let me give you an example. I'll remember now when COVID started, Microsoft got spoofed. Many attacks to saying, you're missing, your colleagues are missing you in a meeting, you missed a message. And why I inform you about this is pretty interesting because we were actually 2 weeks ahead of Microsoft themselves and informing our customers about this problem. So we are very fast on the ball to take up these campaigns that's going on right now and inform the end users. It has to be an automatic system. Stop the micromanagement. You will set up the service with a very easy onboarding. It only takes 45 minutes, an hour to set it up. We have to sync in all the users, usually through a CSV file or a connection to Entra. So we sync in the users. Then we whitelist our email domain, so of course the emails can get through. And last but not least, we configure the settings to make it adaptable for your organization. And then you press play, and then you have 1 course each month and thousands of simulated attacks that are just for your region. We use honeypots, phishing tanks all over the world to scan and see what type of threats are you guys getting in your area. So a little bit of a set and forget configuration. It's almost like a self-learning and playing piano in the background, again, until the day it really matters. And then your team, of course, all the managers will get automated reports to fully see, are we getting the numbers are we looking for? This is how it looks like when you do it right. Clicks on harmful content is dropped to more than 80% in less than 5 months. This is what usually we see. And we have around 18 to 25% click rate in the beginning when we start new customers. And this is what we want to bring down, the harmful areas. So we train, educate, and in the long run, we see the behavior is changing. And that's the real question. How do we make this from a compliance issue to a part of your everyday work and everyday work time? So let me leave you with this. Nimblr's mission is very simple. We're trying to make the world a safer place through security awareness. And we are in 2025, and it's not a question of if your company is going to get hacked. It's not even a question about when. The real question is how ready your team is when it happens. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So maybe, just maybe, I know it's not good for your business, but maybe it's time to create click-free environment in emails. And you can always ask, I don't know, HR can always ask, please log into our web page or whatever intro and use this form there. Don't click on any buttons, any links.
You think that will work?
Yeah, because you said, if there's a button, someone will click on it. Yes. No buttons, no clicking.
Yes, but buttons are made to be clicked, right? Imagine going a full day without clicking on a button or a link or whatever. That's
and being safe.
It is
totally safe.
No, this is the conservative that we're talking about. It's not about not clicking on links. It's about clicking on the right links and how to identify those links. And this is why simulated attacks are really important in security awareness training. We can educate what is the safe password, what is ransomware, malware, and so on. But if we're not training the eye to identify those emails, that's the real problem, so to say.
All right. Does it mean that, for example, all inner emails should have one kind of design of buttons, and whenever it's yellow, not red, you know exactly it's a scam?
Maybe. That's a good solution.
All right. Here's the question from Q&A. No questions. Thank you. Thank you very much.